as boys, because we don't get touch, we don't get affection, we don't get I love you and look you in your eyes and not be able to say, no homo. It's no, I love you, man. And pause. We don't get that. And man, the internet tore me up.
It's a war.
The internet tore me up because it was like, oh, so you saying? I said, no, that's not. The study revealed that because boys are underdeveloped psychologically and emotionally, because we've been told, man up, you better not be no bitch.
Yeah.
Don't you cry.
But at the same token, we so far away from how we originally were supposed to.
So Kirk Franklin gathered a few black men that are very successful onto a podcast where they can share information and insights on different things regarding faith, regarding mental health, etc. And the topic that we're going to dive in today is specifically around that mental health that black men face and also mental health that successful black men face as well. So without further ado, let's actually hear what is going on.
Question for you guys, man, is that do you think, like even what's happening right now, do you guys think that there is another medicine out there, Jonathan, that we're not even realizing they can also be part of the healing for us as black men? And it is the lack of sometimes affection that we feel that we have not been prepared to give each other as black men. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, and I said this earlier, innerly, I'm not ashamed to say, man, that I would love to have known what it feels like to have a father hold me or have a brother hold me and embrace me when I'm weeping tears. And I think that there's something therapeutic about that, but because the culture has always put us against each other, that do you feel, Doc, that we are missing these opportunities to even help heal each other by embracing each other in our darkest moments?
Now, before they even get into the answer, I want to definitely say that Kirk Franklin did a great job of actually getting these group of individuals literally together on the table in the first place. I've seen different people online obviously say that it's not really the best platform, or like, for example, when they go into topics like Christianity, for example, I'm a Christian, that they don't really dive deep, or maybe, for example, NLE Chopper maybe have said one or two things, etc. But when you're looking at a piece of information, I always like to look at it from different angles. And today, you also have to give Kirk his flowers for actually being able to pull these people together and actually have a conversation going, because let's be very, very real. When it comes to this topic, it doesn't get discussed enough. Black men, mental health. I remember even as a young girl, I didn't even believe that mental health was even a thing. And I feel no way being honest about that, because when, for example, people will be talking about mental health and what they're going through, etc., the first thing I'll be saying to them is, look, like, life is good, life is great, and you need mental toughness, or come on, bro, let's get in the gym, specifically to the other man them, right? Let's get in the gym, let's do something, there's a solution for this, there's this and that. And I would always try to search for a solution rather than actually going to the root of the problem and actually being the ear and the shoulder to cry on, or the shoulder to lean on, or someone they can speak to. And it wasn't until I went through even some of my own, you could say, seasons where I experienced depression for the real time. And I feel I experienced what it meant to be at a low point for the first time. It was only then, and that was literally only last year. It was only then that I actually started to realize, in fact, maybe 2 years ago, that I started to realize that, oh, wow, like, this is actually real. People really be going through things. And even me, I would say, if you ask anyone that's within my circle, people around me, they'll say that I'm a very, very strong-minded person, like extremely strong-minded. But from the point that I was even affected by certain things, because at the end of the day, we're humans, bro. We're humans. We all go through things. That's when I realized that, damn, this is real, and there's an importance for topics like this to be discussed. There's not enough room for it. So without taking anything away from this conversation, I just want to give them the flowers for even coming to this podcast and actually being vulnerable in front of the camera as successful black men. That's just one thing I definitely have to say.
To just let each other know, I see you, I got you, and we're going to be all right. Like, do you think that there's something we're missing in this alpha male, this toxic masculinity that we're dealing with more than ever in our culture?
We're missing connection.
Yeah.
And you see how the air changed?
Yes.
As Kevin was sharing. And I'm sitting here and I can feel this energy because, to be honest, Kurt, we don't even get the opportunity to grieve properly as Black men.
Or even how Ray J even got up and just showed him some love. It's like, we don't get those moments.
We don't get those moments. When I saw all of these guys, I made it my point to acknowledge his transformation.
Yes.
I made it my point to acknowledge his perseverance and to speak life into him. Made it my point to talk with him and to share with him Ray J. And because when we lack connection, man, we limit ourselves from having the human experience. We need connection. We need affection. I made a post, or it wasn't even a post, I was on a podcast, Brandy Harvey's podcast, and I talked about how study shows that boys need more hugs than girls. Not because they need more love, but we're usually underdeveloped emotionally as boys because we don't get touch. We don't get affection. We don't get I love you and look you in your eyes and not be able to say, no homo. It's no, I love you, man. And pause. It's like we don't get that. And man, the internet tore me up.
It's a war.
The internet tore me up because it was like, oh, so you saying, I said, no, that's not. The study revealed that because boys are underdeveloped psychologically and emotionally, because we've been told, man up, you better not be no bitch.
Yeah.
Don't you cry.
But at the same token, we so far away from how we originally was supposed to break up.
And that's is just the sad reality of things. One thing that I've realized is that with the internet, it's fickle. Like, let's be very, very real. Anything that is said on the internet, anything that's discussed on the internet is a topic that's here today, is gone tomorrow. Let's be very, very real. A lot of the time, you got a lot of people that will come to the internet to kind of, how can I say it? They understand that negativity. They understand that saying controversial things. They understand that saying things that maybe they don't actually truly believe, but is in trend, is really going to get a reaction. So they thrive off of it and thrive off the negativity. And also, another thing you have to say, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people's lives are they're boring, bro. They're boring. They're very negative and they like to project the negativity that they have within their own life onto other people on the internet. As a result, what ends up happening is that when topics like this ends up getting brought up, what happens? Oh, nah, we don't care. Whenever anyone talks about Black men's mental health, for example, oh, no, we don't care. Whenever things like this get discussed, it doesn't get as much reviews or as much reaction and things like that because it's not seen as important. Anything that's positive, unfortunately, when the day and age where good things are seen as bad and bad things are seen as good, that's all people care about. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's very, very sad to see. Also, as a young man, I would definitely say that I can resonate with it because I'm gonna be real. Like, if any of you were to meet me in real life or anything like that, I'm mad chill. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell from these videos and things like that. And I'm reserved just naturally anyway, so I'm not the most affectionate person, etc. But there's times and place for everything underneath the sun. There's even points and times where even I could be going through something, and even simple things like my bros checking in on me, or like me getting a mentor or anything like that, or even like my pastor or something like that, just checking in and just saying, how you doing? How are you? Like, generally, and they actually care to listen for more than 5 minutes to what man has to say. That helps a lot. And the thing is that majority of guys don't have enough of a support system that's developed, that's mature enough, and is emotionally intelligent enough to actually listen to what we have to say. And outside of that, what I find is that a lot of men in general, and a lot of Black men to take it further, because obviously I'm a Black man, I resonate more with obviously things that I've been through, etc. But it's a men issue just in general. Like, men's mental health right now is such a big topic. It's such a big topic, and it's such a big thing that a lot of guys are crying out for help, and unfortunately, there's no one to help them. A lot of guys are crying out for help, and unfortunately, like I said, no one cares. A lot of guys are crying out for help, and they feel as if though this is only something that ladies deal with, and ladies need to, go through, and it's only ladies that can be emotional, etc. And it's not right. It's not right. Let's be real. It's not right at all. And it's the reason as to why we're seeing outbursts from guys, angry guys, people. You see a bunch of insults. You see a bunch of guys going their own way, etc. It's like, when will this change? When will this change? I don't really know, man. It's sad.
Black men that we
Exactly.
don't, a lot of black men don't know.
And they don't know.
Share more with that as a young man with that perspective.
When you walk up to, and I don't call them no YNs, but when I walk up to a young king, it's always black man, good brother, young king. I love you, man. Respect. Mm-hmm. And I've seen, man, and most times when I'm through the airport and somebody stop me and say something, I embrace them. Right. And they'll say, brother, thank you. Because usually, Kurt, it disarmed them from having to armor up. Because usually when brothers go into any space, we're armored up.
Tell me about this war, NL.
Man, it's a war. I mean, we all aware of the war.
And it's even true because it's what I was saying in one of my last videos, I think the black on black crime video on the channel, where I was saying that we're programmed to be this type of way. We're programmed to be against each other as black men, specifically. It's like, you'll be walking down the road, you'll see, let's say, a group of white fellas, etc. And then if you're not in like a crazy area, like, then you won't necessarily feel any animosity or feel any type of way or anything like that whenever you're dealing with those type of individuals, unfortunately. But when you're walking around and obviously you see a bunch of people that look like me and they're together or even individuals, etc., for some reason, we're always screwing each other. For some reason, there's always some sort of someone's trying to intimidate someone in this scenario. I just think to myself, like, why? Like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. Naturally, I don't really face those type of problems, so obviously people can see I'm built in it. So after a while, they'll be like, okay, let me look away or whatever. It's like, why? It don't need to happen. In fact, there was even a point, I remember, like, I must have been going home from studio, this was like years ago. Then I was walking on, mostly listening to music. Then I just see a bunch of like black brothers across the road, obviously just staring at man. So I think I was tired, and obviously I must have gotten a mad text on my phone or anything. So I was a bit like a screw face anyway. So I looked at them, looked back at them, and I was like, fam, these guys are still looking at me. Then it's almost as if though I was like, okay, cool, let me get a bit of my guard up, whatever. Then one of them said something. Then I took out my headphones. I was like, "Yeah, you good, bro?" Like, and then I think it's because there were girls there. It's because there were girls there. One of them crossed the road and came up to me and was like, "What?" And I said, "My brother, you good? Like, you lot keep on looking at me. You good, fam?" Do you know what I'm saying? And then when he clocked, like, obviously, cool, I could hold my own weight, he just went back, etc. But I'm pretty sure because there were girls there that he moved a bit mad. I'm not saying this to, like, prove my gangster or try to say I'm a tough guy or anything like that. But I'm just like, why do we need to do, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Because just imagine, for example, in that moment, if he felt a type of way I wanted to punch man, for example, 100% I would have swung back, 100%. Now, as a group of guys, that's all of a sudden me or one versus like 5 man. Like, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Or let's say, for example, if we had something on him. Do you know, like, and it's all literally just because we're all trying to intimidate each other and look like, why though? Why? It's been indoctrinated within us, and it's something that we really need to unprogram within ourselves. Whenever we see successful black men as well, it's like for some reason we always want to dog them out and always want to talk down on them. It makes no sense. And even this video that I'm doing right now, there's going to be people that watch it and see it and are going to be like, oh, here we go again. But it doesn't get talked about enough. Doesn't get talked about enough at all. And it's really, really a big shame. Let's hear what NLE has to say, man.
We all aware of the war. Every day we wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Define it for me. To just somebody who's older, I would love to know in detail from your perspective. It's because your life is so much more different than mine. I would love to learn.
Is it the war to kill black masculinity? Is that what it is?
Man, it's the war. It's the war to black man, black masculinity. But a lot of people got to understand black man also have feminine too. Feminine on the 5th dimensional level with receiving, stillness, trust, just allowing things to happen and flow within a life. And just, you know, the balance. We're unbalanced.
Very.
As black men, we want to always do. That's the masculine. Not the feminine, not this. Feminine is receiving, stillness, trust, faith. Masculine is just the power and the act of doing. Once we start to create balance in that area, that's when black men, we become more polished. But the war is that information like that is not groomed to us from yay high. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just a fact, because when you look at some of the greatest men in history, right, you see that they tend to be seen great according to their masculine traits. Then when you now look and dig a bit deeper, you realize that they're heavily flawed because there was an over-reliance on those masculine traits. Now, when I look at, for example, a great man that I would say, for example, is King David in the Bible. Like, if you go over to my other YouTube channel, my business page, for example, I talk about that guy all the time. Whenever I'm in conversations with people as well, I talk about him all the time. And the reason why, instead of me just looking at all the not even black men, all the men and in history, this man did this and etc. Right? I like looking at King David simply because even for those that aren't in faith and aren't into scripture, etc., you see that this man is what it truly means to be a man, in my opinion. You can see that, for example, he's masculine. He has an essence of femininity. He has an essence of emotional intelligence. He's also erect. He's also victorious, etc. It's what we need. And this message needs to be taught. But my people, I'm going to leave the link down below. If you want to watch it, please support the podcast and watch it entirely. And other than that, if you enjoy content like this, you should just comment down below, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That's so important. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers ASAP. See you guys tomorrow.